Guys, I'm kind of disappointed in the mess that's here. My production assistant has done nothing to prepare me for this day of filming. You're horrible. All right, let's go look at this Kaiser. Guys, there are little conscious revelations that you make throughout your life, and I just realized that I spend a good portion of my adult life in my 40s standing in front of a TV, filming and talking to nothing but a tripod. So let's just continue doing that then, because this is the Real Steel Luna Boost. So we're going to go ahead and talk about that. So let's not waste any more time. You guys know what time it is. Here comes a little bit of music. Mike over at That Chapter. It's one of my favorite true crime shows. He walks through the entire investigation with you, even if it's not a complete investigation. So I can't afford to send him any money, but you guys definitely should watch this. This is like one of my favorite channels. So yeah, but what are we talking about? We're talking about the Real Steel Luna Boost. This is one of the lightest, coolest little knives I've had come in a while. It does have some things I'm not a fan about, and there's a lot of things I really, really do like, but so since we already did first impressions on this, we're gonna go ahead and do the full review. I've carried this on and off for like 2 weeks now, because don't forget, you guys don't necessarily get to see videos in order. They play out of order and things like that. So you may have just seen this. I don't remember where it was in the lineup. You may have just seen the first impressions, but I've had this in and out of pocket for a little while now. Really nice little light knife. Only a couple of things I see with it. So let's not pontificate any further and to throw it out there like he does, let's give it a go. This is the Real Steel Luna Boost. So the Luna, from what I can find about it, the Luna was a slip joint. This is their response to that. This is the frame lock. This is the all titanium version. I did carry this for on and off for about 2 weeks now, week and a half, 2 weeks. This is a great, great little gentleman's folder. Unfortunately for me, this is a knife that is kind of outside of what I would carry right now. Even though I say I like a lot of the smaller knives, this is more of an office gentleman's knife that it just doesn't feel the way I want for an everyday carry for me, but it is a great, great little knife for an office setting. So let's get into some specs here. So we are looking at a 2.76 inch blade done in N690. It is a drop point with a blade thickness of 0.08. So let's go ahead. I already zeroed these out on a feeler gauge to make sure it was reading what I wanted. 0.075. There you go. 0.0835. There's a little taper here that could account for that. Behind the edge thickness, I'm curious about this because this thing is super, super slicey. 0.018. Cuts really well. Nice little blade on that. This is also got a removable thumb stud. Now, from what I saw, you can purchase these on the website at Real Steel. I could not tell, Anders, it was really hard to find any information about this, guys, to tell you the truth. Could not find a definite whether it comes with it or if this is something you have to purchase after. From the way it looked to me, it looked like this was an additional purchase after you bought the knife. This is done in a titanium frame lock handle. I don't know what happened. So I edited it out. I cut the whole clip out, the little section. What I was saying was that it runs on washers, but there was something that caused some static interference. And there was like 2 seconds of some sort of interference as I was saying that. So this knife does run on washers. So I don't know why it did it. I don't know what it was, but I just cut it out and decided to throw this in. And so this thing is nuts when you look at it as far as weight, because this thing is 1.99 ounces or 56.5 grams. That's what they have listed. Let's go ahead and pull this the scale up and take a quick look at it. So 56.5 grams is what they have listed. This came in at 56 grams. Let's do it in ounces since I use Freedom units. So you're looking right at, that's what I figured. It's gonna come in right at 2 ounces. That is extremely light. I know you guys are starting to hear background noise. I found out that one of the issues I was having was with the lighting. I had to have some natural lighting or the autofocus did not work if I just used my shop lights, like my studio lights. So apologize for any background noise. Yeah, this thing, okay. So now let's talk about carry. This thing is so light that you just forget it's in your pocket. The pocket clip's really thin. It's not a hot spot at all. The only issue I had with the pocket clip is it would catch the seam of a t-shirt. I had to have my wife sew the base seams of a couple of my shirts. What I'm talking about is this stuff down here where the bottom curve of that shirt is. It will catch that. That's the only issue I had with it. A lot of knives with these thinner pocket clips, that can be an issue for me. Some of I've had to fix a bunch of my shirts because I had peeled the seam loose. Action on this is not as smooth as I would like, but for a small, for a small office carry, a lot of times if you're gonna buy it, like I said, it's not gonna have that thumb stud. From what I could tell, it looks like you can use that like a nail nick and open it. So, is it a snappy thumb flipper? Not really. It's more of a slow roller. You can flip it if you get up under it. But the problem is if you try to flip it, you saw that can be dangerous. You might wind up hurting yourself. Titanium and everything's done on this is really well done. The chamfering, all the finish on this, it looks like a very, very fine bead blast. But I did, like I said, I did notice the in and out of pocket that this was not the knife that I would grab first. I'd grab other knives because it doesn't have a lot of the horsepower and it doesn't have the grip on it that I get from, say, some of the other knives that I have been carrying recently, such as this. I feel like I get a little bit more out of this ergonomically to do the cutting than I do. So, but while we're doing it, let's look at some size comparisons. So there is the Kaiser Grazioso. See, good bit smaller than the Grazioso. This is a relatively small knife. I forgot to give you guys an overall length. I'll just drop that in as an overlay when I actually edit the video. I'm not going to go back and try and find it. This is the Riat, the Ria by CJRB, the Riat. I've got that XO on my brain because I just play with it all the time. So you're seeing like right there, another little small gentleman's folder. I think that this is more up my line of a gentleman's folder than this. I can look at this overall length on this. I can actually do this on the sheet here on the mat. It is 6 3/4 exactly on the mat. So 6 3/4 inches there. There's your overall length. Like I said, CJRB Ria, really similar in size. And then the big boy, since everybody knows what this is, the Sebenza 21 for size comparison, significantly smaller. So let's get all this stuff out of the way. Like I said, in use, I did use this for some stuff. This thing is a dream for opening packages and things like that because it is relatively small. Nice sharp edge on this blade. I didn't actually have to resharpen this. I just touched it up on a ceramic and it came back really aggressive. It cuts cardboard really well, but this is another one of those knives that if I'm going to cut cardboard, I want something maybe a little bit bigger so I have more blade to actually push through. But if you're just opening packages and stuff, it works great for that. Not a real big knife, so it doesn't have a lot of cutting horsepower. And then with that being said, like that smaller blade, it makes it, I took this thumb stud off to see how I liked it. I definitely like having a thumb stud on it, but I'm going to say, like, if you're doing some heavy cutting, it's not as comfortable as some of the other knives. It's not that it's a hot spot. It just doesn't feel as comfortable. I don't know if it's the thinness, overall thinness of the knife with the overall narrowness of the handle combined. I don't know. It could just be a me thing, but it just didn't feel as comfortable cutting as I would hoped. But it is a very, very, very nice little knife. So if you're looking for a good gentleman's folder, you work in an office scenario and setting, this might be the knife for you. So guys, that's about it. It's a fun little knife. That's about all I got. So let's go ahead and do some, turn this around, do some final thoughts. This is a great little gentleman's folder. Not something that I think I would purchase right now and carry. I have so many other knives that are in that same realm, but a little bit more robust. But if you're in an office setting and this would just be the knife you would need, I think it would work perfect for that. But for me, at the price point, you know, $160 for the knife, $10 for the additional thumb stud, putting you at about $170 for what you see here. It's just not a knife for me at this point. I do like how easy it is to carry and everything, but just, I have so many other knives that also are in that realm. So yeah, that's it, guys. If you like the videos, give them a thumbs up. If you don't like them, give them a thumbs down, but please try to tell me why. I can't change the content if I don't know what you don't like. If you want to support the channel, sometimes it's as simple as what I do here, sharing content with people that you think would like the content helps out the channel. But if you want to support the channel financially, I have a lot of ways you can do it. Down below is a membership link where you can get in on exclusive content, exclusive giveaways. Everybody that's a member gets early access to all my videos with some rare exceptions. If you can't do that, if you just specifically like a certain video, you can drop what's called a super like. It's like a super chat for a pre-recorded video. I also have affiliate links down below for a lot of the stuff that I show and knives that I think that I could recommend. There's a stone recommendation where you can purchase sharpening stones below in the description. And the last way is I have a link to my merch store and Ember shirt co. They are in the same place. The link to my store only shows my shirts. The Ember Shirt Co. shows all the shirts available that they have for print. And I have a coupon code for that saves you 10% at checkout. It's CrazySharp, capital C, capital S, all one word, CrazySharp. Saves 10% at checkout. So guys, I love you all. Keep it clean in the comment section. It makes the channel so much easier to moderate. If it's your birthday, happy birthday. And I will see you in the next video.